Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And what did you think?
I thought it was funny.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like rolling in the aisles funny? Knee slapping funny? How funny was it?
I just thought it was sort of coolly funny.
Coolly funny. I see. Okay. But not icily funny, just coolly funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it was probably, I would imagine you've classified it as such, as a side effect or a consequence of the theme.
Yes.
So
yes. It was a great theme, I thought.
Yes.
And it involved writing down answers that were common phrases, but one thing in them had changed, and that was an E that would have been in the phrase was turned to an O at the end of each phrase.
Right.
Which made then for a very funny answer. Like, for example, the first one was 17 across, and that was AB negative or B positive, with, of course, positive being misspelled as positive. And the answer was a blood typo,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was funny.
Yep.
And then we had 28 across, which was Odysseus vis-a-vis Ulysses, and that was same hero. I thought that was rather interesting.
I was surprised by that as well.
And of course, the common phrase would be same here, but the answer was same hero.
Right.
And then we had 41 across, a surprising answer to the question, what is Ecuador's most populous city? And the answer was not Quito, instead of not quite, not Quito. And then we had 52 across, prom transport that keeps breaking down, and that was a lemon limo, or limo.
Lemon limo.
Instead of lemon lime.
Right.
Lemon limo.
Mm-hmm.
And the revealer, that's what I thought was so funny, was 23 down. We had a down revealer, which is kind of unusual.
Right.
But it was presto blank, or a hint to the theme clues, and that was changeo, presto changeo. And that's exactly what you did. You changed the E to an O.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was very clever.
Yes. Incidentally, I'd like to address the question of Quito, and the largest city in Ecuador is called, and I'm going to mispronounce this now, Guayaquil. And
Never heard of it.
no, me neither. But it is the largest city and chief port of Ecuador.
Oh,
So
I think Quito is the capital, though, right?
yes, that's just it. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I thought the theme was fun, and I thought there were some other great clues too.
Oh yeah.
I did not know 6 down. Basketball great Drexler was Clyde.
Clyde Drexler.
I'm going to assume that you are familiar with Clyde Drexler.
I've heard that name, but I don't really know anything about him.
Oh, I thought you were going to slip a few stats in there.
No,
Okay.
not at all. But I've heard that name.
Right. Mm-hmm. And, we missed, or did we miss another one? 7 down. Research on arrival in DC speak was Oppo. No, I guess that wasn't part of the theme. It was just, I guess they just call it Oppo.
Mm-hmm. But I thought there was kind of a theme going on here, because 4 down was cloying, which was too sweet.
Right.
And then 8 down, make significant efforts, was took pains. So you had TOO, sweet, TOOK, pains. And then right next to that was Oppo. And I'm like, gee, there seemed to be a lot of O's here going down. But those were not the O's that were part of the theme. But it did look kind of unusual.
There were a lot of O's in this crossword, no doubt.
There were. Mm-hmm.
I started off at 9 across, bottom of the barrel, and assumed it had to be dregs. Didn't even have to think about it. except it was wrong.
Right.
It was worst.
Worst, yes, the worst.
I just thought dreg sounded so good. Let's see.
A couple other O words, 26 down. That's just completely incorrect. Was no.
Yes.
And then right next to that, 28 down, instant replay effect, slow-mo.
Right.
So a couple more O's there.
We had 10 down, that being vague early afternoon time. And for some reason, I wanted it to be like tea time, but it turned out to be one-ish.
One-ish,
Yes, that's about the time. And the one next to it, certain pretzel shapes, rods.
Yes.
I thought a pretzel is always like, it comes sort of loops back on itself.
No, but sometimes, you can get them like in sticks. I always call them pretzel sticks.
I live a sheltered life. All my pretzels.
I've always known them as pretzel sticks, but I guess their
they're rods.
Their official shape is a rod.
I see. We had 22 across. Dessert drink made from frozen grapes. Ice wine.
Yep.
Have you ever had any ice wine?
I don't believe so, no.
So now, dessert drink, apparently dessert drinks are a big thing at supper clubs, and supper clubs are a big thing in Wisconsin.
That is true.
So I presume that everyone from Wisconsin got that immediately, at least those who visit supper clubs. I am not one of those people.
No,
I plan
me
to go to one day just to order the ice wine.
Oh, really?
I
can't imagine you drinking.
Well, I wouldn't be drinking it. I'd just say, give it to the table over there.
I always thought that you ordered an old-fashioned at a supper club. That was sort of the drink of the supper club.
Well, but these are dessert drinks.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, you order the old-fashioned first.
Yes, if you're having old-fashioned as a dessert drink, I think that makes you an alcoholic. I'd have to check the dictionary, but
maybe yes.
30 down was resident with monthly payments. I went for tenant, of course, but it was renter.
Renter, that's right.
And then 33 across was singer Patsy. And I knew the name was Patsy Cline.
Right.
But I spelled it Klein.
Oh, no.
Right, it's Cline.
That is correct, yes.
And so Klein is Klein, is in Klein bottle. And so I decided I should look up Klein bottles because I was sort of checking the spelling. And I found a website called the Acme Klein Bottle, where they will make Klein bottles for you. These are the bottles that sort of wrap into themselves, so they really, technically speaking, only have one surface. They don't have two. And like an inside and an outside, because the outside wraps into the inside. It's this mathematical thing. Anyway, I was looking at the website, and the person who runs the website, Cliff Stoll, advertises something called the Imperfecto ruler. And I thought, at the end of a word, unfortunately, it's not imperfecti, but it was still pretty close to the theme. And I thought, what are the odds? So I immediately went out and bought a lotto ticket. Anyway, I just thought that was amazing. Just like I went from Klein to Imperfecto, which sort of rolling back on the theme, just like the Klein bottle rolls back on itself.
Wow.
The parallels are unbelievable.
I've never heard of a Klein bottle.
Oh, really?
I have to look at that.
Oh, yep. It's a bottle where you have sort of the head of the bottle plunges back into the center of the bottle. And so if you follow it, the outside becomes the inside, sort of like a Mobius strip. Michael
is sort of demonstrating it with his hands.
Yes, I am.
which make no sense to me, but I got to see a real picture.
Right. and we will definitely put one in the show notes.
Okay. Klein bottle.
Yes. The old Klein bottle. I thought I should have known the answer to 33 down. Rushmore and Clerks for 2 was cult films.
Cult films. I put cult movie.
I'm impressed you knew it was cult.
Yeah. Oh, no, I knew it was cult.
Oh, okay.
But, of course, it was plural, so it had to be cult.
Mm-hmm. We also had 42 down, coming off of not not Quito, and it was 42 down. Brand popularity metric was the Q score.
Right.
That's got to be a debut. That just has to be. It's just crying out to be a debut, but it is not.
Maybe not.
I can't believe it. I am just absolutely shocked. A Q score has shown up a total of 2 times today and in 2012. Anyway.
How was it clued back in 2012?
Measure of popularity.
Oh, okay.
So there's this company called Q Scores, and they bill themselves as the recognized industry standard for measuring consumer appeal of performers, brand ambassadors, influencers, characters, intellectual properties, and brands.
Wow.
I'm like, for 5 decades, our reports have been the gold standard for measuring consumer appeal. Did you know that? I didn't know about Q Scores until today.
We should check various political candidates to see where they fall on the old Q score.
Well, so the trouble is, they have a search, right? And I went in and tried Taylor Swift, figuring whatever the scale is for Q scores, she's gonna define the top end. And if I let's see, they have all these. They just have summer 2012 performer Q. Winter 2013 performer Q. It's like, I can't believe they're charging money for this, but there's got to be some reports here somewhere. Anyway, never heard of this before in my life, and this is why I do the New York Times crossword, so I can learn about things like Q scores.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's probably it for the crossword.
Okay.
But it is Tuesday.
Yes,
which
it is.
means it's time for Triplet Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
Which it's time... Which means it's time for me to have my ego crushed. All right.
I hope not.
I am ready. And listeners, if you are listening, get ready to play along. And after this, we have an announcement about an exciting contest for next week. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do this.
Okay. Here is your first clue. Little bit of personality.
Little bit of personality. Ego.
No.
Darn.
Game opener.
Pre.
What?
Pre.
No.
Pre-game.
No. Okay. Blank tack-toe.
Tick.
Tick, yes.
Tick is the opening of a game?
Tic-tac-toe, it's the first word.
Oh. Okay.
And a little bit of personality. It would be a little tick personality.
Oh, but that's spelled differently.
No, it's not.
A tick isn't... Oh, okay. Yeah.
T-I-C.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Not too bad.
Listeners,
right.
We hope you're doing better.
Here's your next one.
Ready?
Actress Dennings.
Actress. It's a name. Amy.
No. We just had that clue like a couple weeks ago. Oh, anyway. Crazy blank of comics.
Cat.
That's right. How do you spell that?
K-A-T.
That's right. It's Kat Dennings.
Yep.
Oh.
If you wander away from actresses and wander into comics, I'm probably on more secure ground.
I figured you'd get it on two, but the third one was Kit Blank Bar.
Okay. I would have gotten that one as well.
Kit Kat Bar.
Chocolate is also one of my areas of expertise.
Well, when we were in England, we got to learn all about Kit Kat bars.
Yes.
In New York, where they seem to make the Kit Kat bars for the world there.
Yep.
So, all right. Here's your last one. You're doing quite well. Marathoners wear.
Bib.
Right. You got it on one.
Well,
I didn't think you'd get it.
That's a bit of a chestnut. They've used that quite a few times.
Yeah, they have. But
So-
I didn't know if you'd remember.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't remember Kat Dennings.
Well, the only thing I could think of when I'm seeing a marathoner is that thing on their chest.
Yep.
So
Yep, you're right. The next clue was one hanging around Red Lobster.
okay.
Last one was a baby's tie-on.
Baby's tie-on.
Yep, I think you would have gotten it for all three of them.
Possibly.
Uh-huh.
All
All
right.
right. Well, 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Wow, that was great.
And actually, it was in the order 3, 2, and 1.
So you got better as you went along?
Indeed. All right. Big. That was the answer to the fourth one. I'm answering it before you even ask the question. That's how good I am.
You are.
So that's how modest I am.
Because I didn't even know the clue.
The
And you
clue,
knew the answer.
The clue was not small. All right. So, listeners, next week we are going to have a contest in which we're going to invite all of you to play along with us. We'll basically do this by being quiet rather than blurting out the answers. We will instead write it down on a piece of paper and ask all 3 clues. And the object during this contest will be for you to let us know how you did, on what clue you got the right answer, and then we'll invite you to send in your results, and we will draw at random from the many listeners we expect to get email from about this, a winner who will receive a fabulous Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword t-shirt. Very rare.
And some Wisconsin swag.
And some Wisconsin swag, of course. But the Northeast Wisconsin swag. But the t-shirt is... the Smithsonian's been begging us for it. I mean, there's a lot of call for it.
Yeah, maybe we'll give in someday.
Right. All right. Well, that's it for today. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.